this is not a spring chicken. If you see this, I am not actually here. Oh, that's right, not where you are, because I'm out here in sunny Southern California. Cross our fingers, it's sunny for longer. But actually, I'm over at, okay, Covering Gift Suites. So we're going to bring you the hottest, the latest, the greatest from the Oscar Gifting Suites for 2009, and you'll see some of the celebrity favorites. So I'm hoping to bring you lots of news coming up. Unfortunately, Oldecam is still here to bring you comments on the headlines of today.
As most of you people know from the opening, Not a Spring Chick is currently covering the Academy Awards Gifting Suites this week, so she's not here today, even though she is here. So I'm doing the news myself. You know, bomb tears through funeral procession in Pakistan, killing 25. You know, basically they've got the battle between the religious groups now going on. You know, which set of terrorists is going to be more in charge than the other set of terrorists, or actually, as the Obama administration calls them, misunderstood young individuals. The Kyrgyzstan president signs bill to shutter key U.S. air base, which basically makes us dependent upon the Russians, and now to do anything in Afghanistan like they want us to succeed there. They failed, remember. And are the Republicans about to bring back public stoning of women that have children out of wedlock? Because when you throw a fuss over a person buying lipstick, when you try to make $1 million home in California sound like it's a mansion. I know people living in 2-bedroom homes that had to pay $1 million for their house. But Schwarzenegger to sign budget-containing tax increase and cuts. Well, the cuts basically aren't cuts because the stimulus bill is going to make up the difference. So basically they're going to raise the sales tax on people and other taxes at a time people don't have any money. So as the governor of Colorado says, we're more than willing to accept all the businesses that want to leave the state of California because of the high taxation. The Asian stock markets have totally collapsed as a result of Obama's wild spending. And I can tell you right now, the banks are all on the verge of collapse in this country this morning because the Democratic Party said it was probably time to nationalize all the banks. Let's see, Citicorp is on the verge of folding. Bank of America stock is worthless, so you see what misspoken words can do. The New York Post apologizes to some people over the Obama cartoon. First of all, they never said Obama was a dead monkey. They said that it was like, you know, like the stimulus was written by a dead monkey. And that didn't mean, because somebody took it as a racial remark about Obama. I mean, this is no problem. See, if you're against the stimulus, you're racist. If you don't support Obama, you're a racist. If you don't want the nationalization of banks, you're a racist. And that's where our country's heading. We're doing the worst division in our nation's history. 2,500 languages are threatened with extinction, UNESCO says. Not in this country. Well, actually it is. The English language is headed to extinction because, as we understand, the plan is that everyone in our country should be ordered to speak a foreign language, that language being Mexican. Healthy Tiger Woods to return next week at match play. Well, because he does quite well in match play, and he figures that he doesn't have to do, you know, put as much work in to win a match play because he's only going one-on-one instead of one against everybody. FBI tracks down Texas financier in fraud case. One of the guys stole $8 billion, but then $8 billion has to be sitting somewhere. They just have to figure out where. Actually, you know that you can now, the courts can basically seize the assets of people that were victims of the people like Madoff and Stanford. They find out this one. That's unbelievable that they can go take money back from people because they took money out of the program. You know, if you take money out of something because, you know, there's supposed to be you're supposed to be able to sell stocks, but according to the federal government under the Obama administration, if you sold stock under any time when you were a customer of Madoff, you have to give that money back. Two suspects arrested in southeastern Pennsylvania arsons. Basically, they're two different individuals and two different sets of arsons. One was a copycat, the other wasn't. And then here's another one. It's a good one. Jobless hit with bank fees on their benefits. You know, well, banks charge for everything under the sun. I mean, I get hit with new charges continually, which I haven't got the slightest idea why I'm getting hit by them. But basically, the Dow Jones is now at an 11-year low. It is at the low it was when, you know, during the Clinton administration, not during the Bush administration. Um, basically, here's one: a Jewish-Arab duo faces criticism ahead of Songfest because the Muslims don't think that a Jewish individual should be singing with a Muslim. You know, why not? I mean, they do get married to one another. Canada's leader impressed with America's greatest president. Well, that says it all right there. Basically, in Rio, they're trying to control the carnival because it's getting too, they said because the times are so economically bad, the people in Rio are trying to celebrate a little bit more, and they think that should be brought. It's not proper at this time to celebrate in a time of doom and gloom. Basically, Harry Reid, the Senate is going to take up measures to undo all of the damage that George Bush has done to the climate in this next year, and they're going to pass sweeping legislation to ban this, ban that, spend money on this and spend money on that, because they have to save the world, because right now we're in the verge of the entire mankind extinction because of George Bush, as they said. And fashion sector seeks aid as crisis bites. Well, the people that are in the fashion industry, I mean, we just got through going to Magic, and basically they have downsized by about 50% because the people aren't buying clothes, and then people that bought clothes in the fall session of Magic and other things are basically sitting on a lot of their inventory rather than ordering new inventory. I love this too. Sprint loses $1.6 billion, but the stock went up because it didn't lose as much as they thought it was going to lose. I mean, that's a ridiculous reason to buy stock. Then the pseudo Vista marketing no longer class action. Remember when they had all those computers out that said they were Vista capable, but were underpowered and couldn't handle most of the programs that you could get with Vista? It's no longer a class suit, which basically makes the people over at Microsoft happy. Here's a good one. You know, the blow to the Academy Awards is some of the presenters, their secret presenters, have already backed out of it because basically they see this doing them no good. No one knows they're going to be there, and the reason for being there is to get publicity. You know, so you show up all this, just show up, and Brad Pitt is now going to present the award. You know, well, if you don't know, Brad Pitt isn't going to be there to begin with. Nobody's going to tune in. Basically, I love this. U.S. voices concerns over the Taliban and Pakistan's, agreements. Basically, it's a shame on you. We're going to see a lot of shame on you for the next 4 years. If you don't, shame on you. You're not going to become a part of the community unless you stop doing these naughty things. We're going to have a lot of the school teacher things being done, but basically said that Senator Biden said, Vice President Biden says that George Bush was the greatest recruiting tool in the history for Muslim terrorists. But they're not Muslim terrorists, folks. They are misunderstood individuals. Basically, the EPA is now going to move, I love this, they're going to take efforts to regulate carbon dioxide now. You don't think they're getting more screwy with every day? The Airbus was going to be the savior of the airline industry in Europe. Basically, they've reduced production because nobody has any money to buy the things. Basically, oil falls basically because nobody's buying the stuff. But we're going to try Monty Butler with Mark Twain, The Animal Kingdom. Blaming others for your problems never works.